All right, I haven't done a Symble in a while, and I've had some requests from people to do another one of these. So if you're not familiar with Symble, it's like Wordle, but it's going to give us symbols instead of just colors. And then there's a little bit, it's a little bit confusing sometimes if you haven't done it before with how it's coloring the grid, because it's kind of coloring the answer like a guess and the guess like an answer, or it's coloring the letters in the answer. It's confusing. I'll leave a link in the description and up above to a previous video I did where I went through and explained how it works. So hopefully that will be helpful. Or check out the website and you'll figure it out. Once you do a couple of them, you'll figure it out. So I'm gonna start with the word shape because it gives us symbols and shapes and that seems appropriate. Okay, so I always assume the one that I get the most of is gray. So I'm gonna assume these infinities are actually gray, and the suns, I'm gonna assume are yellow. They could be greens. If it was greens, we'd have to do something like this, and I mean, we could do something like chips, but then you would have to have a yellow for the S in the last position. So I'm gonna assume yellows, which means, I mean, it could be almost anything, right? Let's do something A, something E. Tamed. How about that? Let's see what we get. Ooh, okay. So we do know that the sun is not green. Ooh, yeah. If the sun was green, then we would, let me think, just make sure I'm not, if these would have to be grays then. The crosses would have to be grays. If the sun was green. Right, but if the sun is green, then we wouldn't have gotten a sun. Yeah, so the sun can't be green because we have a sun and two words in the same position with two different letters. It can't be green. I think it's yellow still. So I think it's gonna be, ooh, interesting. Actually, if the cross is green and the sun is yellow, then it would have to be like this, right? But if the sun is gray and the cross is green, then that makes the infinity yellow. But that doesn't work because if the cross is green, that means there's an M third, and so you wouldn't have had a yellow in shape. So we know the sun can't be green. We know that. The sun can't be green. If the cross is green, then I think the answer has to be Atman. Or the sun is gray, but if the sun is gray, then the infinity is yellow. And that doesn't work either. So if the infinity is green, okay, so let's think about this. I think the infinity has to be green because the sun can't be green, the cross can't be green. I think the infinity has to be green. It has to be this, right? That's what it is. That's what it is. And so the cross is yellow. The cross is yellow because the third letter is an A, because the infinity is green, and so it was yellow because the A was in a different spot in Tamed. The fifth letter is an E. The E was in a different spot in Tamed. The fourth letter is in Tamed, but it's not A or E. So it's T, M, or D. I mean, we could do, it could be state, but if it was state, the second letter would have been yellow, not the fourth letter, so it can't be state. It could be skate. Let's go skate. All right, skate, there we go. All right, well, so sometimes with Symble, if you guess too well at the beginning, it's actually a hindrance because I had 3 greens and I just immediately assumed those were gray because of course you're not gonna get 3 greens on your first guess, right? But that was the only way it could have worked with the coloring we had. It just didn't make any sense after the second word, so very interesting. Well, let me know how you do with today's Symble and if you got any greens on your first guess and if that was confusing to you. And be sure to like and subscribe and I'll see you again soon with some more puzzles. Debate that often comes up. Have you ever referred to something as a vegetable? Maybe a tomato or a pumpkin or a cucumber? Okay, so that's where the R is. So the C and the H and the Y are no good, so there's gotta be an O. Oh, wondered. Okay, so we can do, ooh, we have peeking. It could be speaking, actually.